Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So in this video, we're going to go a little bit deeper on our dive into the 120 construction update, which has come to the game today. So in this video, we're going to show you guys a little bit deeper into how the brand new construction update is going to work, as well as getting some untradable and tradable furniture plans to go and change your house up. So with the update, there's a lot of things which are unlockable to go and put into your player own house. And we're going to try and cover some of this towards the end of the video where we can get some really quick stuff, as well as showing you guys some tradable things you can get as well. So to start with, the quest, No Place Like Home, it's basically more a tutorial than a quest. It's very well marked and it sort of talks you through how this new concept of construction is going to work. And we'll do a bit of a quick walkthrough in a moment. But what you can do as well is go and get tradable things to go and put in your house. So all the eternal magical stuff you can now buy on the Grand Exchange and you can put in your house. It could also be a very valid way to make some cash as well, but we'll look at this a little bit later. The other things I want to show you guys is that currently there are some furniture plans on the Grand Exchange. Now these are coming from a variety of different things. A lot is coming from God Wars. So for God Wars 1, you obviously have your Bandos, Sara, Zamorak and Armadillo components. And for this, you can get rugs and altars. Now this could dramatically change the GP per hour which God Wars 1 is currently making. So after this video is done, tomorrow or Wednesday's video is going to be a loot from 10 hours of a certain God Wars boss, in the hope that we can get a decent amount of rugs and altars, and I can give you guys a rough estimate if like AFK in a God Wars 1 boss is worthwhile doing. However, there is Zaros, which is going to be Vindicta in God Wars Dungeon 2, as well as Hellwith for Seren as well, so there's quite a different variety. Now at the minute there is Guthix, which I'm not sure about where it's going to come from, and there's also some stuff involving the beach as well, so there's a big variety of different things you can go and get to upgrade your house. Now to go and do these upgrades, you need to go and be able to go and basically use your house. So we're going to go teleport to Remington, and this is something which you can use while the update's still around. You can then get that free teleport, but also the house teleport is now on the free teleports as well. You do have a bit of a cooldown with it, but it's not too bad at all. Now, the emphasis of this construction update is essentially you use this workbench. So if there's something you want to make in your house, simply all you need to do is go and craft it on this workbench. As soon as it's available in your workbench, you then put it in your furniture storage. Now, if you had stuff in your house beforehand, they will all be in your furniture storage. I have not made anything in my house as yet. Everything I've got would be still sat in my storage, which was from my original house. Now, in terms of like crafting the house, you'll be able to sort of like learn how to do this through the tutorial. Again, it's really good on how they've done it, and they've put some thought into it as well. Now, if you wanted to go and take some stuff from your storage and place it in your house, all you simply need to do is open up this interface. You have all the different options, but also you have a search box as well, which is really nice. So let's say I wanted to put my clock maker's bench down. If I just search for clock, grab it there, and then simply you can then go and put it wherever you want to in the room. So this has access to all your stuff in storage, and basically you can put it wherever you want. Once you've put it down, you can also move it wherever you want as well. All you need to do is simply click it, and you can just drag it and move it around. So it's so fluid and customizable. It really is quite nice in terms of how this has been done. Now, there are the stuff which we've mentioned before, the untradable stuff, the tradable stuff you can go and get to go and upgrade your construction. But as a whole, really, really nice update. There is quite a few little bugs and a few little problems which I've scoured through Reddit to see what's sort of popped up, and it's very like different issues all over the place. But with an update of this magnitude, especially something like the player own house, we all know what happened when construction was originally released. You kind of expect there to be a few teething problems. However, let's talk about some of the big things which have come into the player own house system. So it's been pretty well documented that old school has had a massive advantage in terms of how useful its player own house is. Now, some really good news is that some of the more overpowered stuff in the old school house has now come to the main game. So some of these were the ability to have a fairy ring in your house, very strong, so you don't have to make your own portable fairy rings. Also a spirit tree as well, which is going to help dramatically with teleportation. Not only that, you're going to have a ornate jewelry box, which will contain all the jewelry, so your player in house will contain pretty much everything you want. We also do have something called a nexus. So what a nexus is a portal which can store multiple amounts of teleports. The Grandmaster teleport gives you options of pretty much everything to teleport to. So in your house, you will simply have all of the options to teleport via jewelry. You'll have a fairy ring, a spirit tree, as well as a nexus which will give you access to all the teleports currently in the game, which is so like life-changing. It's going to be really, really good. I think as well we have access to the Altar of War as well, which this gives you the ability to go and get your prayer points. There you go, the Altar of War, which is something we'll need to go and unlock in a little moment, but it is a very, very strong item that as well. And this will be something wherever the next couple of weeks, once these brand new items and these unlocks are discovered, will be able to kit out more and more with Play Your Own House. Now, if you are to go and get something like Bandos Rug, for example, it will still pop up that it's a brand new collection. What Jagex have done, which is a little bit sneaky, but also quite good as well because it allows us to go and find all these brand new updates, is they do have it set up to register as a collection log. It just doesn't appear in your collection log at all. So it's a good way to sort of make it fun for us to continue to go and discover these kind of things. But all these things which require the furniture plans don't appear in this interface, so you do need to go and do it. So that essentially is how you go and build out your Play Your Own House. Everything you want to make, you make on the furniture workbench. You then put it in your furniture storage, and then when you go into your portal to your Play Your Own House, you go for that interface and then you drag it in and then you can move it around. A lot more fluid in terms of a process, but it's a really nice one as well. Because of the Play Your Own House update as well, Remington has had a nice little upgrade. We have a bank here, we have a sawmill, and also the furniture workbench, which is really, really nice, and has kitted it out to a point where you can go and use it as well. So again, really nice that Remington has got that kind of attention. Right, so the next thing we're going to go and do is look at some of the ways you can go and unlock some of the brand new stuff for your Play Your Own House. Now, I would say I'd like to shout out Shadi Cho on Reddit for this as well, because they've done a great post sort of discussing all the untradable and tradable spots to go and do it. So the first one we're going to go and do is go to War, because this is going to unlock the Altar of War. Now, this is going to need 2,500 boss kills, but it's going to be a nice one to go and have the ability to do it. So if we go and shop War, there we go, 2,500 boss kills, we are going to go and unlock that. And that is basically going to give us access to the Altar of War, same as it is here. The only difference with the Play Your Own House now is we don't have the teleports. If we started to get things like the teleports available in the Play Your Own House, that's going to dramatically change, like, I think the amount of people who are going to use War. At the minute, War's still better in my opinion than the Play Your Own House, but again, I've not used it. The Play Your Own House for me will be transformational for things like quests and clue scrolls as well, which would be really, really nice. So that is number one. The next one, believe it or not, is going to come from the beach. So the beach is going to have some untradable stuff, maybe not the best stuff in the world, but you know, we can go and see how it is and what it looks like. So I'm not sure which one it's going to be. So for the stuff you can unlock for your house from the beach, if you go to Sheldon and then go on to the new stuff, basically we've got the Lobster Rug Recipe, the Lumbridge Sandcastle, Grand Exchange Wizard Sandcastle, as well as the Pyramid Sandcastle as well. Once you get those, you get the achievements for having all these things unlocked. They're going to cost 2,000 sandy sand each, but if you do a fair bit of skilling over the next couple of days, you'll gain that quite quick. The next one we're going to go to is to Manor Farm, so we can go and trade Granny. This is going to be 10k beans each, and there's 3 different type of planters we can go and unlock from this as well. Now, if you're someone who hasn't got a lot of beans, just go and buy some dragons off the Grand Exchange and then get them from that. So I imagine they're in the Misc rewards. Yes, they are. So we've got all the planters here. If we can just go and grab them really quick. That's going to be 10,000 beans each, so 30,000 beans total. The next one is going to be the Ranch Out of Time. Again, this is going to be something similar. It's going to be another planter. Again, these kind of stuff you might not want, but just to have it unlocked, I imagine it's going to be like a trim requirement or a comp requirement to get all the things unlocked for your house. But again, if we go to the Farmer's Market, the Misc Rewards, it's going to be here. This is going to be a stone planter, so 40,000 Play Your Own Farm beans. I've got a video on the channel where you can like farm your beans quite quick. Essentially what it's doing is buying your best animal from the Grand Exchange and just using the advanced time spell. It could be a really good way if you're lacking beans to go and get the beans quite quick to go and do this. So the next one, we need to go to the Garden of Kareed, and also we need to go to Dungeoneering. So I'm going to go to the bank real quick. We're going to grab, I could have gone into the bank there, but we're going to grab our Ring of Kingship. We're going to grab the Sand Pod as well. So Ring of Kingship. And then also we can go and grab the Sea Pod as well. So if you go to Sidekick here, we can go and buy that. This is going to be a total of 22.5k Crux Favor, which that's a little bit steep, but this again is going to be some more flower pots. You might not want it because it's all focused on the garden, so it's whether you want to unlock it for the title or not. The Dungeoneering one, if we go there now, this is going to be a bit steep. The Dungeoneering token requirement is like 550k. The first one is very expensive. To unlock the first tier, it's about 465,000 tokens, and that's with the benefit of having the outfit as well, which makes it a little bit cheaper. So 465k here. 46 here. It's about 600,000 tokens, which, yes, you get them a lot quicker with Dungeoneering now, but that's going to give you access to the Warped Ritual Marker, which only gives you an option to teleport to Dungeoneering. I thought it would give you something a little bit more, but looking at the designs there, it does look a little bit cool anyway, so we'll definitely go and pick that up. Now, we only have 2 more left. So we've got the Wyco Reward Shop, which will go in and just pop up there. And then we have the Almighty Bob's Rug. And I know you guys will want that as well. And in terms of everything else is tradable. So The stuff we're not going to sort of look at are the stuff we looked on the Grand Exchange a little bit earlier. All the stuff from God Wars 1, God Wars 2, and then there's some stuff which I imagine is going to come from things like Heist and maybe some other quest related stuff. Again, it's still very early in the update and a lot of things still being discovered. So hopefully this will give you guys some ideas to go and chase some stuff as well. If we can just find a quick Wyco one. There we go. So here we go. Again, more sort of plant pots and stuff. 250 chimes for this one. So it's about 1200 chimes, which is a little bit steep for that. But we can go to Burthorpe for the final one. And this is going to be for the Bob's Rug. Basically, it's in the same NPC's house, which you go for a Tale of Two Cats. So just go there upstairs and you just need to go and search for cupboard. But that's going to show you guys pretty much the emphasis of this update. But in terms of the construction update, it's very, very simple to be fair. You simply just make it on the workbench. Once you've made it on the workbench, then you go and move it into your storage. And once you've got the storage, you then go and send it over into the house by dragging it off the interface to wherever you want it. And if you want to move it, you can simply move it and move it all around again. But that is going to be the final one. That's going to be Bob's Rug. Those are all the tradable ones I've found out so far. Again, big shout out to the Reddit page which showed all that one as well. But that's going to wrap this video up. I'm going to go and camp some God Wars 1 now, just see if we can make a little bit of profit and just see if God Wars 1 is going to have a significant bump up from it. I'll throw a little offer in the Grand Exchange, just see if there's a chance for us to buy it for a decent price. But the altars look very, very nice, so I'll be surprised if these go cheap. So let's just throw 50 mil in and we'll see if we can get lucky and see if that sells for that kind of price. But going to wrap the video up. 50 mil that's just sold for, so let's see if we can sell it for that price again. Definitely going to make God Wars a lot more viable to do for the time being, just to make a little bit of profit from. But I'm going to test that out and I'll make a video out from it. Let me know what you guys are thinking about this construction update. Are you guys enjoying it? Are you thinking it's worthwhile? If you have found out where any of the other stuff's coming from, whether it's the Guffix or some of the saves or the walls and all the other bits of the tradable which we've not discussed, drop them in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.